Go. Hi everyone, this is Mr. Ong from Asterie Tuition. Today we are going to learn a topic from Emacs. It's called the standard form. So what is standard form? Just a brief max term. Standard form is writing your numbers in terms of a times 10 to power n, where a is more than or equals to 1 less than 10. So for example, let's say you have this number that you have to write 20 times for your homework. Okay, so you have 0.0000000095. So you are going to write it 20 times. So you can't possibly write this whole chunk 20 times, right? You're trying to find a way to write it in an easier and faster way. So standard form will help you do that. Standard form is a convenient way of rewriting big numbers in short forms or standard max forms. Okay, so how we do it would be, you will need to remember these two rules. So the first rule is when your decimal point moves to the, let's say, right. Okay, so what will happen to your power n here? Your n will, remember this, when the decimal point moves to the right, your power of n will decrease. When your decimal point moves to the opposite direction, left, your n will increase. Okay, once you have understood these two lines, you will have understood the chapter already. Okay, so over here, we are going to count how many times the decimal point moves. So the decimal point is going to move to the right for this number. So we count, it moves 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, 9 times, 10 times. So you can rewrite this as 9.5. Okay, remember this number must be less than 10, more than or equals to 1. So this is 9.5 times 10 to power. Since it moves to the right, your power n will decrease. So it drops by 10 times. So it becomes minus 10 times. Okay, so another example with a bigger number. This is a very small number. Let's say you have this amount of money in your bank. 8, 6, 5, 1, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, this is the amount of money you have in your bank, but you cannot possibly remember this is the exact amount of money you have in your bank, right? So you are going to give a short form. It's like you don't see millionaires going around telling people that they have 3,465,000, etc. right? Okay, so we are going to rewrite the money in your bank in the standard form. Right now the decimal point is here. We are going to move it to the left. 1 time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the decimal point moved to the left 8 times. As you move, your power increases, so you have 8.65 in 3 sig fig, okay, times, how many times did it move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times, yep, this is a positive number. Okay, so over here, this is the first introduction to standard form. So next up, we will see the application of standard form. We will start with addition, then subtraction, division, and multiplication. So we are going to add standard forms. So like let's say you are a millionaire, so you have $3.65 million times, what is a million? A million is 6 zeros, so you have times 10 to power 6. So let's say you have an extra $100,000 coming, $123,000 coming in. So you have 1.23 times 10 to power 5 dollars coming in because you just sold your Ferrari for this amount of money. So how are you going to add these two standard forms together? Okay, so what we can do is change one of the forms to the other. So like let's say you want to you want to tell people you have $1 million. Okay, so we are going to change the $100,000, $123,000 to a representation of million. We are going to change this 5 to 6. So how are we going to do that? So first, we will leave our 3.65 times 10 to the power 6 as it is. So what are we going to do to make this number increase? Okay, so let's look at this again. To increase your number n, your decimal point must move to the left. So our decimal point in your $123,000 here will move to the left by 1 time for this to increase by 1. So what we will have is, since it moved 1 time, so you get 0.123 times 10 to the power. Okay, what happens to your 5? It will become 6. So right now, our powers are the same. Okay, yep. Now you can add your money that you got from Ferrari to the amount of money you got in your bank. So 3.65 plus 0.123, you will have 3.773. Okay, so the power, add them together, the power will be still 10 to the power 6. Therefore, you have 3.773 times 10 to the power 6. Alright, so this is the addition part. So now we are going to see subtraction. So after you have seen addition, subtraction should be no big problem. Okay, so remember the formula, decimal point moves to the left, your power n increases. If it moves to the right, your power n decreases. So let's talk about your money again. So you have $3.65 million in your bank account. Let's say you need to buy a PlayStation 4. So you are going to take out 300. You are going to take out, okay, let's say you buy a PlayStation plus a TV. So you are going to take out $1,200. Okay, so $1,200. So okay, you are a millionaire. You need to take out $1,200. Maybe you don't care how much you have left. But let's say tax season is coming soon, so you have to declare it off. So we are going to write it in standard form for you to minus off each other. Okay, so our $1 million remains the same. You will still see your 10 to the power 6 here. So we change our $1,200 to 1.2 times 10 to the power 3. Okay, so this is 10 to the power 6, this is 10 to the power 3. So we will change this to 10 to the power 6 so that you will still have your $1 million here. Okay, so how to change this to your power 6? So you want to increase this. To increase your n, move your decimal to the left. To make this 6, we need to move it to the left by 3 times. So we are going to move it 3 times. Every time you move, there's a 0 in front. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so how many zeros will there be in front of your 1? There will be 1 here, 1 here. Then your decimal is here. Okay, so after rewriting this, we have 3.65 times 10 to the power 6 minus 0.0012 times 10 to the power 3. Alright, to 10 to the power 6, my bad. So now they are the same power. Yep, we can minus them off easily already. So 3.65 minus 0.012, what will it give you? It will give you 3.648 times 10 to the power 6. Okay, so this is the subtraction part. We'll move on now to the simpler and easier to do multiplication and division part. Okay, so remember, for addition and subtraction, you have to change them to the same power to add or subtract. But for multiplication and division, you don't have to do all that. So let's say you have 1.8 times 10 to power 6. You want to multiply by 4 times 10 to power 4. Okay, so look at the answer, it's a lot easier. So for multiplication, there is no need to change the numbers to the same base. So what you can do is just group the numbers together and the powers together. So 1.8 times 4 times 10 to power 6 times 10 to power 4. Alright, so do the numerical value multiplication first. This will give you 7.2. And from indices in the previous video on chapter 1 indices, you will have learned that when you multiply your indices together, you add them. So your 10 6 times 10 4 will give you 10 6 plus 4, 10 10. Okay, so you get 7.2 times 10 to power 10. Alright, so multiplication and division is the easiest for this chapter. So now, after seeing multiplication, we are going to end our lesson with division. So for division, you can do the same thing. Okay, so group them together. You will have 1.8 times 10 to power 6 over 4 times 10 to power 4. Okay, so these are the numbers. Divide the numbers by the numbers. Okay, then divide the indexes with the indexes. So 1.8 divided by 4, you will have 0.45. Okay, then your powers. So remember from your indices chapter, refer back to the video indices for more details. So when your AN divided by BN, okay, AN divided by BM, what you will have is A over B N minus M. So over here you have 10 6 over 10 4, you should have 10 6 minus 4. So this is 0.45 times 10 to power 2. Do not leave it like this. This is not standard form. Leave it in 4.5. So by leaving it in 4.5, you have shifted the decimal point one place to the left. When you shift to the left, decimal point moves to left and increase. So you shifted it to the left, so your n will increase by 1. Okay, 2 plus 1, so you get 3. Alright, okay, thank you for watching.